Hey, we got a little interrupted on the caged video one, but that was a good time to take a break. So the idea is cage system is 5 chord shapes that we use. We're gonna slide them up the neck. The chords are C, A, G, E, D, which is pretty much all of AC/DC's songs. Great. So, we talked about the E shape sliding up the neck. You have to rebuild it using middle ring pinky. Then you bring in your index and bar. You get F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. And you can build a scale and an arpeggio on each of those. So the scale that's based on the E shape, say if we're doing an A, would be like this. And the arpeggio would be like this. So you've got scale, arpeggio, and chord, which you can do in all 12 keys based on one shape. It's super efficient. So I'll be breaking that down more. But let's do, so in my opinion, that is the kind of the number one to start with, the E chord shape. Sliding it up the neck, making your scales and arpeggios off of that. Now, these are major. We could make a minor. We'll do that later if we get around to it. And so that's caged using the E shape. Now let's go to the other best shape of the cage system. That's an opinion. So I'm going to say it's A. So for rock and roll, blues, country, rockabilly, metal, rock and roll, whatever, did I say rock and roll? Classical, E and A are your 2 best keys from my perspective. You might like E flat, but so A, the A shape. Remember, you can make an A like with just your pinky, your ring, your middle, your index, middle ring pinky, index middle ring, or this weird shape, or like that. There's a lot of ways to make an A. I recommend middle ring pinky for cowboy strumming, cowboy campfire, you know. Or for the rock and rollers, it's going to be your index. That's important. They're both important. So A, the benefit of A, the main benefit is the A string, which is a low pitch. And it's just resonant and it's thunderous, that open A strings. And it's just a simple shape. All right, so make sure you got your A chord under control, and then you're ready to blast off too. So if you take an A and move it up 1 fret, you get that mystical weird chord. Who knows what that is? But to make it a proper thing, you got a bar. That's your index, really flat on the 1st fret, ring finger flat on the 3rd fret, and those are pretty tough. Let's test the teacher. You're supposed to be able to curl your ring finger back and let the 1st string ring, so we hear it. But I was doing a good job of muting it. So it's a lot of effort to really make that work. Don't feel bad if it kind of fights back. That's normal. I'm going to grab a pick. And B flat. That's normal. All right, let's really, what you're going to want is the 4 middle strings. And That's hard too. You might feel like you're getting pulverized when you learn that. You might feel like there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's a tough shape. So just roll. You might get this sound the first day and the second day and the third day and the fourth week. Just stick with it. You'll get it. It's just, you can't really, you can force it a little bit. It's mostly time and repetition. It's not like you're going to get it the first time. I'm still fighting it. Just let it be what it is. Okay, go up one more fret. You got a B. Now it's working a little better. It's a little easier on the second fret. How you know, one thing I forgot on the last video is the root note. The B note is your root. You have to know your root notes if you want to know where you're at. So know your notes on your guitar. Third fret, C. I'm getting a little bit of ringing out on the first string. So your ring, like I was saying, your ring finger has to bend backwards. Press down flat here, yet clear it there. Does that sound fun? But eventually, now check it out. I'll have my middle finger help the index to help. It just gives me a little bit of leverage so I can crank that horrible curve there. Don't you love to bend your fingers backwards? Go one more fret, you got a C. Now I'm not really overthinking it. I'm just like, if my first string is muted, it don't matter. If you can get it to ring, some guitars work easier, so you can get that high note. This one's got kind of a little bit of a narrow spacing, so I will blame the guitar. Okay, one more fret. Fourth fret is a C sharp. One more fret is D. One more fret is D sharp. One more fret is E. One more fret is F. F sharp, G, G sharp, and A. And you want to get good at moving these, like. So you have to move them kind of in this horizontal fashion. Is that horizontal? Yeah. Yeah. Then you want to be able to jump them back and forth like a G to a C, an A to a D, or a B to an E. I was thinking of a song. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Sort of like that. Check this out. Just moving back and forth. And so that's kind of more of a vertical move. I visualize it as that. Or it can be kind of diagonal, like kind of make a box shape. You're free to move those. Once you get these down, you can create any like pattern you want with those two shapes. You are free to create, and you should make your own patterns and write them down, record them, sketch them out, get a 4-track cassette machine, get a digital multi-track, get some software, get a microphone, get an interface, get some free software like Reaper, and just start recording stuff. And it may sound insane and crazy and messed up, but eventually you will understand how to make your own song. So you've got the freedom. You just got to get your fingers moving on these shapes, and you can create anything you want. Almost, as far as, writing your own material. And then when you write your own song, record it, and maybe layer a couple of parts, and you can go for a test ride in your car and listen to it, you will know right then and there you are an artist, and you will feel pretty darn good about it. So these chords will give you a lot of freedom. That's why I think they're really important to work on. So that's the CAGED system. Those are 2 shapes. I'm going to reserve the other 3 shapes for another video. Work on those. These are massively important. If you don't understand these, that's okay. Let me know. If you need help, extra help, I will help you for sure. If you need it slowed down or a different angle of the camera, let me know. But remember, these are E shape and A shape moving up the neck, and you have to kind of compensate for the open strings with your index finger being the bar. So it's a lot of information. I don't want to pile on too much, but I think you can do this. Remember, you're going to need to know the root notes. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E on the 6th string, and on the A string, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Those are going to be like your reference point or your anchor, or the foundation of each chord will be those notes. So it's not difficult. All it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, plus the sharps and flats. You can skip those for now. Just make sure you can get up and down the neck and find those notes, and then hook the shape onto those, and you're in business, okay? All right, cool. Rock out.